he didn't go Euros that year in 2021.
Yeah,
He
he
went
got
to West Ham and
injured.
had a purple patch, got like 9 goals, didn't get to the England team.
Yeah, but Rashford has got like England credit.
What credit?
Rashford's got credit, man.
What credit,
I said,
bro?
Rashford will never go one way, man. That's not his scene.
Fam,
Rashford's
not
got England
enough
cred, man.
milk, bro. Can I say that?
How many
Anyway?
appearances does Rashford have for England?
can't say that.
Rashford's a senior player for England, you know. When you think about it.
When you say credit, where's the credit?
No, like he's been in the England squad. What I'm saying is because of his ability and because of who he is, he doesn't have to mash as much as other players to get back in the side because he has credit.
Yeah,
it's the same with Grealish. Grealish has to have 2 good months and he'll find himself back in the squad.
Well, we'll get
That's
into
true.
that, we'll
He
get
said
into
that.
that,
He said that. He
we'll
said
get
that.
into
He
that,
said
we'll
it's
get
credit because
into
they
that. We're back. Another episode. UTL with the man them. As always, what's the man who said?
One way, I'm tired, man. it was freezing cold yesterday.
Bro, you man love enjoyment too
Yeah,
much.
the vibe, though, the talent there. You get me, bumper cars crashing. You know what? Crashing into girls. Oh my god!
Oh, you didn't know.
He said
know
he
about
guys. He
That's
said
the
that, not
MV,
me.
that's
He
the
said
MV
that, not me. He
Nah,
said
that's
that.
I was hearing. That's what guys are doing, isn't it?
okay.
That's what guys are doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Some
that
guys
one
are on
still.
the next tick though. Some guys are going on crazy rides. I'm thinking that I'm not. My feet is not leaving the floor still.
Bro, what brands? You like Reds?
Me?
Yeah.
You know what, bro? What?
Hey, Rad.
Get me away from
The
that.
Reds as well.
Hey, Rad.
I don't have to
Get me
around.
The
Get
rides
me
are
away
on the
from
next
them,
tick, bro.
Production likes Reds.
Production was on all the rides yesterday.
Serious,
No, it's
man.
not. What? No, it's not.
Serious,
Anyway, let's introduce them, man. We'll start off with the right.
Right wing today.
Yeah.
You know, Bruno Fernandes currently carrying my club. Haven't got a bad word to say about him.
Wow. That's the first
I have to give flowers, innit? I have to give
ever heard
flowers.
him give him.
Win, lose or draw, I'm in. Stay with again, man.
That's
Really know.
wow.
That
One
is
day we're gonna clap for
crazy.
Odegaard. One day, fam.
One day, still one day.
One day.
We're not
On
clapping
the
for him.
left.
On the left, it's Brandz in it. And then one's there still. Mom, you should change my life. Whatever I know
Hasn't
is in
scored
it.
since he said that.
The
man.
mom is
He
chick
did,
yesterday, bro.
He scored yesterday.
No,
He scored
Spacey
yesterday.
as well.
So football verbal doesn't watch football, basically. That's what he said. Football verbal doesn't watch football.
Just verbal. There's no
Just
verbal.
verbal.
Just verbal. Chai.
In the middle.
Yo, man, your boy Jay. Hey, bring on the slot machine. We're warm.
Slot machine.
Yeah, the
Slots
slot machine.
machine.
Oh, slot.
Slot
I
machine,
said
bro.
slot. Sorry,
This guy, they haven't. They're too young. They're too young. They haven't been in the scene.
Man,
Slot
you need to
machine.
concentrate.
Roll on the slot machine.
You know what Brad said, man?
You guys are the next two.
Sorry, bro.
And in the middle, FV. You get me? Denzel FV. Controlling the tempo. Who the hell's calling me, fam? But yeah, man. We're back. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Poor your man's calling his phone.
Even my sister.
This Brandz,
You don't
Trap
know.
line.
You don't know. Man's working, bro.
Mm.
But test your touch. We always start off with that one. Today I got a little question for you. Obviously, is the Carabao Cup final this weekend.
Stop it.
Liverpool versus Newcastle. Would know the scores by the time this drops. So I made the question related to that. So the question is, can you name all the winners of the Carabao Cup from, let's say,
2010.
2010? But we have to
This
do
would
it
be
in
a good
order,
one.
though.
In order.
Yeah.
Can I go back to? Can I go from?
Can we start from the
25
top and go
back,
down?
24
Now we're gonna
backwards?
go from the most recent winners
Yeah,
to 2010.
Yeah.
I was gonna do further, but get all techie, man. I can't
Mm.
remember that myself.
Yeah.
So this is not even the timed one. This one
Mhm.
just let's see if you can do it. Make sure you try this at home. Put in comments. And yeah, so let's do 23-24.
United, no?
United.
Incorrect.
Liverpool.
No,
Yeah.
Liverpool. My bad.
Man said United.
No, my
These guys are already
No,
drunk.
my bad,
Oh
my
my
bad.
gosh.
Did they not win Carabao Cup?
No,
one?
2 years ago.
No.
2 years
Virgil
ago.
van Dijk
2 years
scored.
ago. Yeah,
That's
2
what I'm
years
about.
ago.
Oh, yeah, that was
Yeah,
Angel.
and then that's when Dan's and them and played.
Yeah.
Okay,
all the young
yeah.
guys.
Sorry.
Gary
Liverpool.
Neville called it a Chelsea £1 billion bottle. That's crazy.
Punchline.
Sorry.
22-23.
United.
Who's that against?
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Who scored?
Oh, they're going to suffer the same
Rashi
fate.
and
Casemiro.
Set
Header.
piece.
I remember
Casemiro
that Ten
header.
Hag.
Yeah,
innit?
Ten Hag.
Ten Hag didn't do that bad. What, 2 trophies?
Oh,
he didn't do that,
let's fight, bro.
Football's all about trophies,
Let's
like.
fight,
Football's all
bro.
about trophies,
It
like.
is, man. It is.
Leave me alone.
It
And
is.
then 21-22.
Liverpool.
Correct.
Penalties.
Yeah,
Chelsea.
penalties.
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
The worst final is that.
That's
The
why-
worst final.
that's why- not trying to come off.
No. When Kepa.
No, man said Aspi, Kepa, yeah.
Kepa
Man
didn't
said
come off.
could not come off. That was. You know what year that was?
His
Anyway,
head
we'll
is
get on to
still in
that.
one
They
way
look
yesterday.
the same anyway.
They look the same.
They look the same anyway.
That's when Kepa blasted it over. He
mocked it.
booted it.
Cool. 2021 season.
City.
City.
Who was that against?
Spurs.
It was,
They
yeah.
sat
it was
Mourinho
Spurs.
before the
Yeah,
final.
they sat Mourinho.
Oh, yes.
But
Yeah,
Mason-
Sat-
2021?
Yeah, Sat Marino.
Lockdown.
Oh my god, that was mad, you know.
1920.
City again.
Who's that one
City.
against?
Liverpool.
No.
No, it might have been Arsenal. No, it wasn't Arsenal.
Oh,
no.
it was-
No, the Arsenal never got to Carabao Cup final.
They have.
It was
We played them
Liverpool.
already. We played them in the
1920s,
Carabao
was it
Cup.
not
It was
Arsenal?
Liverpool. I think that was on penalties.
It was Arsenal, bro.
I think that was on penalties.
Nah, we haven't made Carabao Cup final.
Like-
1920.
I think that was That was Liverpool. That was on penalties.
Let me get up the actual finals as well, still.
Oh my
So I know
gosh.
who's against.
Come and see Teshot.
1920 was against Chelsea.
City. Oh, Hazard played in that one. Yeah. I
No, he
remember that one. He
didn't.
did play in that
He
one.
left in 2019.
Anyways,
Bro, Hazard played in that one. I was there. I spoke to him after the game.
1819.
1819,
That has
that
to
was
be
City.
Liverpool.
See again.
See
Liverpool.
again.
See
That was
again.
City.
We won it
That was
4-0.
City.
Arsenal,
Chelsea.
you're right, Arsenal were there.
That's what I'm trying to
See,
say. Yeah, Arsenal were
Oh,
there.
yeah,
I
they
went to
lost
that
4-0.
final as well.
They have 3-0.
That was Mustafi.
3-0, yeah.
I think that was
Yeah,
the
that was the
Mustafi
one
era.
where we
Aguero.
When Aguero
Yeah.
barged into the back of
I can't remember that final at all.
I went to that
Nah, I
final.
can't remember that
Oh,
one
so you was
either.
there, yeah?
Yeah.
1718.
City.
See again.
Who was that against?
I feel like that was Liverpool.
Nah, Southampton, apparently.
This Liverpool, bro. Jeremy thinks Liverpool.
Where's
Actually,
Villa?
it was United.
Villa?
My bad. It was United. It was United 17.
What year was the one against Villa then?
3-2.
No, that was a semi-final.
I can't
I
remember
don't
that.
remember
I
that.
can't remember that
Against
either.
Southampton.
Can't remember that.
Oh yes, when Ebro, that was 16-17, bro. That's 16-17.
Bro, it says 17-18.
The stats are
16-17 United,
17-18 United.
No, that's City, bro. Can you not
Yeah,
read?
bro.
That's 17.
Nah, these
That's
lot
what
are
I said.
trolling.
You said
These lot are
18.
trolling.
17-18.
yeah, it's a 17,
That's a
18.
17.
That's not 17-18.
That is 17-18.
No, it's not. That's 16-17, bro.
Hey, I beg
This
you,
guy
I beg you,
can't read.
confirm, I
Show
beg you,
Jeremy.
confirm.
That's
I beg you,
so
show
true.
Jeremy. This guy
Confirm,
can't read. It says
confirm.
2017 United, bro.
So
And it says
that's
2018
17-18,
City.
right?
No, it's not.
What's that?
That's 16,
And that means the
17.
Chelsea
This
one
guy
was
can't
on Hazard
read,
was
bro.
there as well then.
Alright, you know what? Let me
How?
do the
Wait,
test
wait,
your touch
I
properly,
just
fam.
done. Look. I done 2024. Anyways, let's go. Let's
This
continue.
guy.
Lord of
Nah,
mercy.
this guy.
2016
City.
City.
1-1 with Liverpool.
Yeah, that was the penalty
Penalty.
one.
2015.
Chelsea
Against
played Spurs.
Cold.
I can't remember these.
I remember that.
Can't remember that one.
Costa.
This was when it was called Carling Cup.
2014.
Oh, that's tough.
2014. Carabao Cup. You expect to remember that?
That's tough.
I can't remember that.
City.
City.
See again.
Against
Sunderland.
That was a
When
Carabao. Oh, that was
when
Capital One.
Yaya-
That was Capital One,
Capital
bro.
One. Yaya
Yeah.
crashed
That was
it.
Capital
Man.
One. You know that got voted best goal at Wembley in history.
No way.
That goal, he crashed it.
Got the facts them sides there.
Crashed.
Still. 2013.
No,
Is that
I'm thinking
Liverpool?
the FA
Wigan?
Cup, you know. That's
No,
the
Wigan is
FA.
FA Cup.
That was FA Cup. Oh, sorry, bro.
13.
Chelsea.
I can't remember, bro.
Nah, you know, it's not even a big team, fam.
Sunderland.
Nah.
Swansea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-0, you know.
Bradford.
Against who?
Then
Bradford. What?
Bradford.
What?
Bradford beat Chelsea. That was it.
Oh,
Bradford went and beat Chelsea that year.
okay.
Did Bradford have any
Andy
stand-up?
Halliday. They had nobody, man.
They had no one still.
nobody.
Not that I can remember.
Bradford. They did all that crashes to go and lose 5-0.
Okay,
in the
that's
final.
crazy.
That's dark,
Hey.
man.
2012.
That's Liverpool.
Yeah, against you though.
Cardiff.
On pens.
Yeah, Anthony
Anthony
Gerrard.
Gerrard.
Stephen Gerrard's cousin.
Yeah,
They're
these-
saying he sold on
Fam.
purpose.
Anthony Gerrard.
They said he sold. They said he missed his penalty on purpose. They're taking the piss.
2011.
2011, Chelsea.
Nah.
United.
Another. It's not a big team that won it. They won it against a big team.
Villa.
Nah.
2011.
They're League One right now.
Where-
Oh, Wigan, bro.
Nah.
Portsmouth.
Sunderland.
Nah.
Charlton.
One.
Reading. They're in League One.
No,
I think they're League One.
Oh my god.
Tap out.
He doesn't
they're in
know,
League
man.
One, or you
I'm
think
tired,
they're in
bro.
Birmingham?
Birmingham. Are
Yeah,
they
they're
League One?
in League
Yeah,
One.
they're
They're
League
in
One.
League One.
Yeah,
They're in
they're League One.
Oh.
Yeah, team on Befemi
Befemi
Martin.
Martin.
He put Koscielny's head down. You know?
He cocks Koscielny's head in our backflips. Try!
Zigic.
I think
Yeah,
this was
Zigic
last
scored as well.
I think Van
That's
Persie.
breeze.
That is a
And he got
throwback.
injured. And he got injured.
He
Jack
got
Wilshere
injured,
played.
yeah.
Oh
2010.
my lord.
2010. Them cooks, man. I remember FA, but Carabao was dark.
United
United.
against Villa 2-1.
No,
No, wouldn't
no,
remember
zero
that,
recollection, bro.
Yeah, man, that's from 2010 still.
Some brazy teams in there, man.
Carabao
Some
Cup is
brazy
needy,
throwbacks.
though.
Zigic is it's
You
crazy.
see
Yeah,
Carragher
Zigic.
try to come out and say it's bigger than the FA Cup.
No, it's not.
He's probably going to say it's bigger than AFCON. Carabao Cup
If
is
they
bigger
went
than
today,
AFCON.
fam.
Yes, but let us know how you done in the comments. Try this with your friends, all of that. But today is a freestyle episode. We're just going to talk about stuff that's been going on in ball. And the biggest thing that happened this week is the England squad got announced. Tommy Tuchel, first squad.
TT.
We're going to break that one down. First of all, what do you man think? Brandz, chat to me.
I think
England
he went
squad.
safe, man.
You went safe?
I think he went bare safe. still.
Right, let's talk about this one.
I think he's gone. I think he's definitely looked at what's that guy's name? Southgate squad.
Yeah.
I said, cool. I'm gonna take this, but make some adjustments. Obviously, there's some injuries in there. There's some people that I believe would go. Like, you know, I think Saka would obviously go.
Yeah.
Stones would obviously go.
Madueke?
No.
That's
Yeah,
my
Noni-
boy, you know. You better not be buzzing, you know.
No.
He's been in the past few
Noni
months.
should go.
No.
No, but that's because Lee Carsley was there, though.
No. No.
You don't,
Oh, so you think it wasn't even the form thing?
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
Saka's
I
not
think-
fit, Noni's
No.
right wing, no? Or am I
No.
bagging? Was
Yeah,
it Bowen?
Jared Bowen.
Mm.
No.
I don't know.
Does the
Okay.
under 21 squad beat the first team?
No.
Whoever
Hell no.
said that is
No.
high.
But the under 21s is stacked with talent, bro.
Start with talent. I think they finished bottom half of the Prem, bro.
Hondo.
You can't
Damn.
bring little Wiz into the league
Hondo.
and think
We've
you
had
can
better-
win.
we've had better 21
We're
teams,
talking about
100%.
Trafford. Oh no, he's in the first team. Sorry.
Yeah, they've got 4 keepers.
We've had
There's
better
4
21
keepers.
teams. I don't know why there's 4 keepers.
We've
as
had
well.
better
It's
21
We've
teams
got
than
9
this.
defenders
Do
as
you know why
well.
there's 4
But
keepers?
they-
Because Trafford's doing a mad thing in the championship.
Yeah, they've
Bro,
got
there
like,
should be
they've
3
got like,
Trafford should be there instead of Ramsdale, fam.
Oh my
Have
god.
you seen the jam?
We're
The
not
jam
gonna
back
do
is
this,
on.
bro. Premier League goalkeeper, bro.
The Premier League seems to be championship.
And since to get bought by a Prem team again.
that's up. Nah, man.
But yeah.
I mean, he has 9
Chelsea.
defenders. He
I
has
don't know why
9
there's 9 defenders,
But he's
bro.
gonna
Then
he's
it
playing
might-
back
there
Let's
might-
talk
three.
about the
there has to be
defenders
about
out there.
three.
So
It has to be about three.
Esri.
Esri Konsa's there.
Esri Konsa's there, but he deserves to be there.
Yeah, Kwanzaa's
Kwanzaa,
there.
what do you
Yeah.
think?
No, he wouldn't be there, but that's due to injuries. Like Trent would be there.
But you don't think there's any other English centre back that's not there that could be there?
No, Dan Burn
Mings-
is there,
Mings-
which is
Did
deserved. No.
Brentford make it?
Mings has been good since
I'm not sure, bro.
Mings has been good since he's been back though.
Yeah, but Dan Burn has been better.
I'm not
Burn-
saying Dan Burn.
Dan
So-
Burn's one is well, everyone was back, but Dan Burn's one is deserved.
I
still.
understand
You
it.
think?
That's deserved, 100%.
And actually, to be fair, nah,
It's
I don't get
deserved.
it. But only because
100%.
I think, I'm not sure if Brentford is there. Cole's 100%
Bradford's
there.
21s.
Bradford's
Bradford
21s.
21s.
Brentford's 21.
21.
Exactly. So do you think
Wow.
Bradford should be there?
No. Dan Burn has been deserved. Dan Burn's been underrated, you know, for years, bro, and he offers a lot. Guy
But-
can play
but
CB
you know-
and left back. So
But so can Brentford.
But international
No,
ball,
Brentford
yeah.
can't play left
Is it
back, man.
about?
Of course
Is
he can play
it
left back.
about
He
how
can play
good you've
left
been or how good will you be
Well,
for
for
England?
tournament.
well, the
Yeah.
first, well,
Yeah.
because the first thing is Tuchel's only here for 18 months. He's only here for the next tournament.
Yeah.
It's not like he's on a long term thing.
Yeah.
So this guy's just picking to win, bro. He's just picking the players that he thinks are gonna give him the best chance of winning.
I don't think so. You know.
If he's playing a back three-
not this team.
If he's playing a back 3, then the players that he's picked makes sense.
Mhm.
He's picked a lot of. That's why there's hardly any midfielders on there because he's gonna play 2. He's gonna play just 2 midfielders. But he's picked a lot of defenders because there's a lot of flexibility there. Esri Konsa, Dan Burn can play centre
He's
back,
there as well.
can play there. Reece James can play centre back and wing back. So there's a lot of. It gives him a lot of versatility still.
So what? You're happy with the squad that he's chosen?
It's his first one, bro. So I'm thinking to myself, yeah. Obviously, there's certain guys like Grealish. He was never gonna get picked because.
That's just not true because he said he would have picked him.
Well, but he
Right,
he was
what did he say?
he's not playing.
He said he would have picked him.
Yeah,
He
but
doesn't
he's
have
not
any
playing.
rhythm.
Yeah.
But he said he would have been first choice if he had rhythm.
First choice.
Yeah, but he's not
first,
playing.
so obviously,
Not
that's
first.
gas in. That's
That
gas
guy-
in it. That's
yeah.
gas
I'm a
in it.
Grealish
but-
guy, but you don't deserve to be there, bro. Not right now, anyway.
Rashford
100%.
is deserved.
No, it's
I know we've got
not.
mixed opinions, but
No,
it's
We'll get to
deserved.
that. We'll
not.
get to Rashi though.
deserved.
But from a defensive angle, is there anyone that you feel like
I don't remember-
could have
I don't
been
really
knocked on
remember the
along?
names.
Jed Spence.
Jed
He
Spence.
should have been there,
So
bro.
who are the wing backs that got selected?
So we got Skelly there.
You got Skelly.
I don't
you
think
got
he's a wing back. You know,
Reece
He will.
James.
Reece James,
You got
Livermento's there.
Reece James. You got Livermento. Let's get the squad up.
Come
Livermento
on,
is
man.
actually better than Spence.
No, he's not.
He is
No,
100%
he.
better than
Oh
Spence.
man, no, he's
Why is he not?
not.
Why is he not?
He's just not better than him, bro.
Why is he not?
He is still.
Livermento's had a very good
You know
season.
me, I'm Spence's biggest fan as well.
Man,
but
them actually
Livermento is
don't
better.
know how good Jed Spence is.
I
yet,
did,
bro.
I
bro.
call
I
defense,
think- I've
the
been following this
defensive
guy
options are Burn, Cole, Gehi, James, Konsa, Skelly, Livermento, Konsa, and Walker. Kyle Walker.
Kwanzaa, that's in there, Kwanzaa.
Kyle
Yes.
Walker. Kyle
We just
Walker.
spoke about him.
Yeah.
Kwanzaa's
I thought
there.
you were saying Kwanzaa wrong. I thought you were saying
No,
Kwanzaa wrong.
Kwanzaa's
bro.
there.
I said
But
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa's there just because of injuries, though.
Yeah.
No, but then they didn't have to take him then.
Yeah,
No,
they
they would. They wouldn't have taken him.
I think they just took him to just give him the experience, bro.
No, because Southgate picked
But
him in
then-
the
Man,
Bradford-
look how many English
but
centre backs.
Bradford said
Look how
21s
many.
though.
That's what I'm saying. Brentford's better than him. So why is Brentford not going?
They probably rate. He probably rates.
He has to rate. He just has to rate Kwanzaa then.
I think actually, you know what?
What do you think about Kyle Walker getting chosen?
Ridiculous.
It makes sense.
Absolutely. What do you mean
100%
makes sense?
needed.
Wait, David, go on.
That's ridiculous, bro. Jed Spence is up for Premier League Player of
We're
the
not-
Month, and he's not in the squad, bro.
We are
But you're
not-
taking a
we're not
34-year-old
playing
Kyle Walker
at
who has
right
nothing
wing
to
back,
give.
though, are
So where is he
we?
playing?
He's going to play in the back three.
Why is, bro? You have Reece James, you have Guehi, you have Konsa.
And then-
You
no, no,
don't
no,
need
no,
any
no,
more
no.
right centre backs, bro.
Wait,
Do you know
Guehi's
what-
a left-sided centre back though.
Do you know what? That defense
in the
is a
back three,
bit.
you play
Yes,
left
he
and
plays
back.
left-sided centre
I
back for Crystal Palace. and he
think
always
there's
has.
nothing wrong with picking. Like Kyle Walker, yeah, he's past it, but there's nothing wrong with having a few 2-2 old heads in there. Like,
There's
They
better players
want us to go there
now.
with babies, bro. We want to take the under
it's true,
21
we're
squad.
gonna take Jed Spence all these youths. Like,
Bro, Jed Spence
It don't make
is
sense.
bro,
He's
he
not-
has
he's
to
not
go.
Heath, though.
Nah,
He's not
eventually-
Right now, he's England's second best right
I
back,
think
bro.
Jed Spence could have gone, but if you're
Nah, I
not
do think
taking
he
Jed
could've gone,
Spence, is that means you have to probably.
Livermento, bro. Right now, he's
Nah,
England.
Livermento's better
Right
than
now,
Jed.
no, he's
Livermento's better than
England's
Jed, bro.
second best performing right back right now, bro.
Jed
Right now.
Livermento, you're he's disregarding what Livermento's
Jed
been
is
on.
better than him right now. He
No, he is
is,
not,
bro.
though.
And the thing is, you know,
And
crazy.
Livermento could do the
You're
both
saying
as
that,
well.
but Spence can do both. He's been playing on the left.
And
this last
Livermento can do, and I feel like he's had a very good
No,
season.
I think Spence is better on the
Especially
left.
Livermento took trips out the team.
In back four, I can agree with you, Livermento. At wing back, right wing back, there's nobody better than Jed Spence at right wing back for England, bro.
Livermento's a very good right wing back.
I don't remember last time he ever
Livermento's
played
top
right
in it. Livermento's top in it.
I don't mind that. But if you want to bring Jed, you have to use Skelly then.
But the centre back options are a
Skelly.
bit,
If we're playing back three, Skelly then makes no sense.
the centre back options are a bit. I
No,
don't know,
that's what I
man.
want to talk about as well. Skelly, how are you going to use Skelly? Because at Arsenal, it's an inverted thing with ball playing players.
But this
God knows.
is
He might
what we're
play
going to
left
see
wing
too,
back.
shouldn't it?
He might play left wing back.
Probably play wing back.
I don't
Or he
think
might play
Tuchel,
centre
does
mid.
Tuchel know yet what he wants to do?
That's
Skelly
what
in a
we're
wing
going to
back.
see.
I don't see.
We don't know the thing. We ain't seen it, innit?
Skelly's
So
not playing wing back.
We haven't seen it, to be fair.
we ain't seen it, so we don't know.
Skelly is not playing
Maybe
wing back.
Tuchel's seen something in him that he can do, and he's like,
Yeah, we'll get a much better idea.
yeah.
We'll
He
get a
can-
much better idea when we see like his
He
first
can
lineup.
do
and
it, but I don't know.
Cole will
Cole.
flipping hell.
I
He
Flipping
has
think
to
hell.
be there, though.
I know, but
Let's
he's
be real,
not.
man.
No, he
I
doesn't.
know, but he's.
Is a better
That's-
performance
that's
than
big.
him.
That's
That's
Cole
not there.
will.
That's not
Cole
there.
will.
Of course, he has to be there.
I know,
Very
yeah.
much
Does it
left-footed
mean-
as well.
Does it mean
Ah,
Braithwaite?
I genuinely think
That's
Braithwaite is
big.
better than
Bro,
Cole,
that's
bro.
big club bias. I'll be real.
I
That's
do
so
think
Braithwaite
because
is
Cole
big club bias.
because Cole is left-footed as well. That is a big plus as to why he's there.
Oh, can I make one comment as well?
Go on.
You see how Tomori's been left out the squad again? I've been trying to tell everybody he's not that good,
I forgot
and
about
everyone always
It's
says,
mad, isn't
"Why
it?
is Tomori not going? Why is Tomori not going?" Bro, that's what. And this is for all the other players that are English that play outside the league. Obviously, you've got like your Bellinghams and like
Loftus
that.
Cheek and that.
You get it. But them man that are
Angel
over there,
Gomez.
all them man
He's
that are out there,
injured.
they're not as good as
Is
we
it?
make them
He's
out to be.
injured. Yeah, Angel Gomez is injured.
I don't think he would have gone
Oh,
anyway.
yeah, isn't it?
You probably would've
Who
done.
else is there that plays abroad?
English abroad. That should be in. Bano Gittins.
Nah, that's not.
probably.
That's
Bano
in the-
Gittins, he's a bit
that's
younger though, he's a bit
Conversation,
younger.
isn't it?
He's 21s.
Yeah, he's in 21.
21s.
Tomori was the first one that came to mind. 'cause I remember arguing
there's
bare guys about
there's
that one.
bare man.
Oh, Wharton's
There's bare man.
21s.
Wharton's is 21s.
But I know, but the thing about Wharton, I'm not too stressed because I know for a fact he's
He'll
gonna
be
get
there
there.
Yeah,
eventually.
he'll
Yeah,
get
we just
there.
gotta
In
give
the
him
next
time.
one, innit? This one's just, I don't know.
Mhm.
And he's just come back from his surgery. Like I feel
It's
like
calm, innit?
you get.
And then when he does come back, Hendo's getting gone, fam. So let's
100%.
move into the midfield. Bellingham, Eze, Jordan Henderson, Curtis Jones,
Why's Eze there?
Cole Palmer, Rice, and Rodgers.
Agree. Yeah, Gibbs White not being there is an absolute crime, bro.
And then who would you take out?
Eze or Rodgers, bro. He's better than both of them.
He's not better than Rodgers.
He is better than Morgan Rodgers, bro.
He might be, innit?
I love Morgan Rodgers.
Actually, no, but it's based
I
on the
love
season.
Rodgers.
Rodgers had a better season.
No, he
than him.
hasn't. He's just playing at a high level because he's playing in the Champions League. But
So
Gibbs
wouldn't
White
that-
has
wouldn't
been
that play
consistently
part- wouldn't that
better in the
be
Premier
a-
League.
Wouldn't that be part of it though?
Didn't he score a hat
It's
in
only because he's
Champions
paying
League?
for a big.
Didn't
a bigger
Morgan
club.
score a hat trick in
Rodgers
Champions League?
Yeah, for Celtic.
There's no way you're moving
Against
Rodgers,
Celtic.
bro.
I'm
Against
moving-
Celtic,
I mean,
the
for
same
Gibbs
Celtic
White,
I
I'm
went
moving him.
toe-to-toe with Bayern the other
I
day.
put
bro.
both of them, but if I had to choose one, I'm choosing Gibbs White.
Over Rodgers.
Yes, but
There's
Rodgers
no-
is fantastic. I
Okay,
love
okay,
Rodgers,
which one's
bro.
the best? So imagine you saw this team and there was no Rodgers, but there was Gibbs White. Is that not
No,
a bigger buzz?
I think right now Eze should be the one that be admitted still for Gibbs White. That's what I would change. I'd take both of them, but Gibbs White
Actually,
is
true.
superior.
That's actually a true point.
Yeah.
Gibbs White's been playing better than Eze. But why do you think he's
100%.
picked Eze then? Just rates my man.
I believe Eze is a better footballer than Morgan.
Do you know what is? And he gives something different.
Yeah.
He-
Ball
he's more
carrying.
technical
technically.
than.
Who's more technical?
Actually, no, he's not
Eze.
more technical than Gibbs White.
Let me
He's
tell you
not.
something. Let me tell you something.
He's
See
not.
Morgan Gibbs White.
Morgan Gibbs White technically is a joke.
Eze is better than
He's a
technically
joke.
though.
No, but
No,
that's
he's
just the
not.
way he
Dribbling,
No, but then,
Yeah,
no, but
dribbling, yeah.
Morgan Gibbs White can dribble though. He can run
I
with the
know
ball
he
same
can.
way Eze
Still
can. Like,
He can dribble.
bro, I think they're very similar players, and I think it's either or. Honestly,
I think Gibbs White has
I
just
think
got.
they're
He's
so
got that.
similar. I think everything that Eze can do, Gibbs White can do, and everything Gibbs White can do, Eze can do.
I think what limits Gibbs White is that he can only play 10. He can only play one position.
Nah, man.
I
Eze
agree.
can play off the left,
Left,
he can play
yeah.
in the middle. It's the
Yeah.
same with Rodgers. Rodgers can play 10, but he can also play 8.
Yeah.
So I
And he
think
can play
that's
left.
what, and he can play left. So that's what kind of limits Morgan Gibbs White, unfortunately.
But right now,
I
there's-
understand why
there's no-
Henderson's there. Like
Now that's what we're gonna talk
yeah,
about.
I fully
Jordan
understand
Henderson.
that. And I fully understand
That's
that.
the one that's been.
So you
named.
brought me out here all the way from my house to talk about Jordan Henderson. This guy's
Nah,
weird,
I
you're
fully
weird.
we have to understand that, bro.
No.
You need to pick guys in there as well, that are like that set the
course.
standard, innit, bro?
Of course.
He said,
But
he
guys have hit higher standards defenders than Dukes, though.
Yeah, but who?
For England.
For England. He's a senior.
Other than Harry Kane,
you're not gonna go call
other than
Gerrard to
Harry
come play for
Kane,
England now, are you?
Gerrard.
Like other than Harry Kane, he's captain of Ajax. Like he's captain of Ajax. Other than Harry Kane, he's a big figure in terms of England as it is. So guys like that, you need them guys still. He might not play as much. He might not be a starter, but he still needs to be in and
I
around.
hear it, but why don't you make the next ones into that guy? Like, why can't you make Bellingham? Why can't you move on from
Jude,
Bellingham?
18
Rice,
months.
and
He's here
Kane
for
are now
18
the
months.
tone
Because
setters,
he's
bro.
here, because it's
Because
not a
Bellingham
long.
has played the Champions League finals.
Nah, because it's not. Yeah, but it's not. He is.
He must play. Gone.
It's not. It's not a long term thing. He's here for the next 18 months, so he needs to win now. Bellingham can become that guy, yes, in 3-4 years.
He's that guy, bro.
No. He's not the same leader. He doesn't offer the same leadership and experience that Henderson does. No way.
Okay. It's
Come
not experience.
on.
Not leadership and experience yet, but I'm
Henderson
saying
was the
he
captain.
could be the tone
Henderson
setter.
was the captain of
experience.
Liverpool. Like, he's captain of one of the biggest clubs in this country. Won the Premier League as the captain. Won the Champions League as the captain.
I
It
hear
doesn't
that.
get bigger than that.
I
Okay,
hear
cool.
that.
Harry Kane is the same.
What experiences has Jude got? No, what experiences has Henderson got that Jude doesn't have? They've both been Champions League finals. They've both won Champions Leagues.
So maybe it's a
One is
leadership. It's not even experience, maybe it's a leadership set.
one is just an out and out leader. He sets the standard.
Which I do understand, but I've watched nations like Spain, for example, leave legends at home to
Nah,
bring
but
through
they-
the new guys,
Well, you
and
know,
it's
I was
setting them better up for
thinking
the
about that, but
future.
it's-
But they didn't
philosophies.
They had a few man.
They
No, but they had guys like Nacho.
They
Guys
can't
like
know who's good enough.
Nacho was
Carabao,
starting.
who's still playing.
Nacho
Nacho
was
was good enough
starting.
to start.
Yeah, but they dropped
someone
out
like
guys-
Henderson who's not going to
But
play
they dropped out
at
guys
all.
like they dropped out guys like Pau Kubasi after he had an amazing season last season and didn't make the team because they took Nacho. You need experience. You still need in certain positions as well. No way England could rock up to a final and just have guys like Mainu, Bellingham. Like they would suffer, bro. Because the pressure will get to
The
them.
experience has to be good though.
Experience just needs to be around them to calm heads, bro. You need that. I can't underestimate how important that is.
Nah, it
No,
is
but
important.
hold on, though. But other players looking at Henderson saying, this guy's rubbish.
No, I'm saying
He might not. He doesn't have to be.
They rate us though.
He don't have to be a starter, but he still needs to be in and around. It's the same way with Harry Kane. Harry Kane, if you end up turning around saying, he might not fit the season, he might not fit the system because he might not be like the guy you'd pick to start. He still needs to be in and around that team.
No, okay, of course. Harry
People
Kane,
want England to go there with just under 23s, under 24s.
That's true, that's
and we'll get rolled over because the teams that have more experience will do us over.
Nah,
And
but
you know what?
they're saying Spain do it and France
Yeah,
doing it with.
because our players are not as good as theirs, though.
So
no
what,
way.
you have to make up for it in
Our
other
young,
ways.
our young G's are not as good as theirs, and they've shown it time and time again. How can
They
Nico
should be
win?
though.
No, man
You
said they
trying to
should
say
be.
England's
They are,
young G's
though.
are not better than Spain's?
Guys like
Yes.
Jamal,
it's-
Nico Williams, Paul Kabasi, Dean
Palmer,
Hoyson.
Jude,
But these men
Foden,
don't chat to
Saka.
them, though.
It's better than though, fam.
Yamal is the best footballer in the world.
Yeah, cool, Yamal.
What English player, what young English player can we
Yamal
say
for
that's
me is still
Okay,
not
cool,
better than
Yamal,
Saka.
cool. And then,
You got Nico Williams.
pardon?
I said Yamal's not better than Saka.
Yamal's the best player in the world.
playing for your club is
I
hard.
hear what he said.
Then Yamal's not better than Saka.
Yamal's better than Saka.
No, he's not.
Yamal's better than Saka.
No, he's not. I'm not.
He's the best
I'm not even an Arsenal guy, bro. He's not better than
He's
Saka.
not better than Saka.
He's not better than him.
What?
Yamal's fantastic in it, but I need a consistent body of work. He's giving me 2
He's
years.
been doing this in the pool.
4 years now, bro. 4 years and a bit. Yeah, exactly. So why are you rushing and saying he's better than so and so?
Bro, as a
Bro, I need
footballer,
consistency,
I don't know.
bro.
I don't know if
I've
there's
seen
a
Saka
footballer.
consistent
I
body of
said
work for 3
footballer.
years.
I said footballer. I did not. I said footballer.
What do you
I
mean
said he's the
we're
best
playing football
footballer. He's the best footballer. Like you look at
Is
you
Yamal
watch him
not the
play
best right winger in the
football.
world?
Yamal, no, he's not.
He is,
Is he
bro.
better than Salah and Saka?
Yeah,
No.
of course he is.
Next.
You're gonna see like
There's a reason, bro. Deep it.
So
This
show
same
him
Salah,
Ballon d'Or then.
Salah, he wants to come back up Southampton every week here, but then what? He wants to go
Is
play
Yamal better than
against.
Salah?
And he got outshone by Usman Dembele. What are we talking about, bro?
Brandz, is Jamal better than Salah?
Yes.
Oh, next, bro.
You're saying, next.
So why didn't he win Ballon d'Or? So why didn't he win Ballon d'Or?
No, that's actually true though.
Why didn't he
So
win
why
Ballon
didn't
d'Or?
he win? So should he just go win Ballon d'Or
Is
then?
Jamal better than Salah?
You're saying he's the best in
You
the
can't ask
world.
him. He's a Liverpool supporter.
What do you mean,
But
bro?
he did not win the best under 21 in the world though, or the best under 19 in the world though. After when Messi, bro, when Messi after 1 or 2 seasons, they was already calling him the best in the world, bro. Why can't
He
we do it
wasn't
for Yamal?
automatically. He wasn't automatically
Yes,
the best
he
in the world
was,
after 1 and
bro.
2 seasons.
No,
At
he wasn't.
19,
Yamal-
at 18, 19, he's
Yamal-
definitively the best player in the world.
Yamal's not the best player in the world now,
bro.
but he will be.
So he's not better than Salah?
No.
Why are you saying, bro, man, am I just rewriting history? No one was saying Messi at 19 was definitively the best player in the world. No one was saying that.
Bro.
No one was saying
better
that.
than when Messi was 19.
Let us start at home.
next,
Rank
man.
your top 3 right wingers right now in
He's
the
not the
world.
best right winger in the world.
Do that.
I seen England.
Salah, Yamal, Saka.
That's where Southgate kind of fumbled, you know. Like
Yeah, I hear that. Salah, Yamal,
Southgate,
Saka.
you know,
Why
Southgate
is Yamal
caved
better than
in.
him?
Southgate kind of caved into that pressure, you know.
I don't think he did because he still took his guys with him.
He took his young. Do you know what?
He took the young G's, but
he
he
started off the tournament with the young G's and that, and you started to see us getting folded, bro. Half of the games we almost lost,
cool,
and then he brought in the experience. He started to say, "Okay, I need to bring in more experience and that," and then all of a sudden we're able to just be a bit more calmer.
When he left out Hendo, no one cared. No one was like, "Oh, he left out Hendo."
Yeah.
That's fine.
We know where though.
That's fine, but our midfield was getting ran through anyways.
Yeah, but it wasn't. Was the issue experience in that tournament?
Well,
And the tournament just gone.
Yeah.
No, it was just tactical. Like we set up terribly, bro.
I still think it was experience as well.
No, we just had
Because
a
I
right
think that-
foot in left
I
back.
think-
We had Trent in midfield. We tried numerous things that just didn't work.
I think the young
He tried
G's.
to cater towards what the fans want.
Yeah.
That's what I like
He
to play
played
about.
with the
Yeah, he
young
folded,
G's.
yeah.
He played with the young G's and that. Like you saw in the final. Manu poor, but the pressure gets to these guys.
Wasn't that? I don't think it's mine. I don't think it's experience. Everything. Spain were just better. Like
Nah,
Spain were just the
no,
better
you
team.
need-
There's
you
nothing
need-
you could have done.
You need guys, yeah. You need, bro. Sometimes, yeah, it's not about like the best of players, and it's not about the best players like having the best players. You need guys that have played on the biggest stage and in
That's
the biggest
fine.
games. But that's the experience that
some
you
of them
need.
if the guy is past it, if the talent,
Rodri played in the biggest games. Nacho played in the biggest
they're still
games.
good though.
Carvajal
They're still
played in the
good.
biggest
They're still
games.
good
You want to
though.
play Cal Wonderson?
Nacho's still good.
Cal Walker.
Nacho, that's in Saudi.
Yeah, what?
Nacho's in Saudi now. What are you talking about?
He
He's
didn't
still
play,
good.
he didn't play.
He's still good.
He didn't play.
Nacho's in Saudi.
No, Carvajal was still good.
You're talking about Mikel Oyarzabal. You're saying he's good. He's 30, but he's experienced. He's not the best left winger. He's not the best left winger Spain have.
Yeah, but he
He's
played.
not the best. He's not even one of the better players that they
Let's
have. But he's
talk about- let's go
experienced.
through
That's why
Spain's
guys
team.
like Morata as well. Was
They have Morata. Is Morata the best Spanish striker available?
Laporte,
Of course
a
not.
crazy centre back, bro.
Of course,
Who is?
Morata.
Who is the
Alvaro
best?
Morata.
Who's the best Spanish striker available?
Omarodi and his cousin.
He's not. This is what I mean. It's not about having the best. It's not about having the best players available. It's about having guys that have played in the biggest games and they just know how to
They
win.
don't have bad guys though. They only had Nacho. They had Nacho, Carvajal.
Jesus Navas there on the my boy.
Oh yeah. What?
Yes, he was.
Jesus Navas is
Jesus
there.
Navas was there.
Jesus Navas. That guy was 38, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's already enough. There's Walker, there's Kane, there's Rice, there's Jude. There's enough experience. There's actually no need to put anything there.
Rice is not an
Rice
experienced
played in
enough.
his club's biggest
He's
game in their
literally-
history.
bro,
the
Rice
other day.
is-
And
I
one-
don't think he's experienced
He's a
enough.
C. What do you mean? He's got over 200 Premier
That's my
appearances,
opinion,
bro.
though. I feel like England.
He's not
is-
experienced
That's
enough.
experience, but I
I
don't
feel
think
like
that's experience.
There's experience playing for your. There's experience playing for your club, and there's experience playing for your country.
Deep it, yeah.
There's a difference. There's a
Yeah, and
huge
he's played
difference.
in
I feel that's
three-
why the pressure. That's why you see the best players in the world for their clubs. Some cannot replicate that same form
No, but
for their
Rice-
country because the pressure is
Nah,
different.
but you don't think England's experienced guys have done stuff
They've
like
been in
They
Champions
haven't
League.
won
been in
nothing.
Champions League
No, but they don't
final.
have to win. They played.
Guys have won Champions Leagues.
They haven't won nothing.
Who?
A
Reece
lot-
James.
the
Reece James
majority
won
of
the
England's
Champions League.
players. The majority of England's players. What have they won?
Reece James won Champions League.
Okay, one.
He's been one
Phil
Champions
Foden.
League though.
He's been one.
One Champions
Champions
League.
League.
Champions
They're all
League.
one
Champions
They're
League.
all
Champions
one.
League. Champions League.
They're all one.
Same with Henderson was
Everyone's on
one.
one.
They're on one.
There's no one.
Everyone's on one, bro.
This team is
He
leadership.
said finals. He said finals. He said finals. He said finals. And then he was the captain as well. So no, he's talking about Henderson.
Henderson's thing's not even experience. This thing is straight leadership. It's not experience.
It's not experience.
It's leadership. Now, the reason why Hendo's there is because he's a big figure in the dressing room. He will call up people for nonsense, innit? But it's not really like, I feel like England's young guys are experienced enough to go out there and actually do something in
To
there.
get-
I don't
A
think
big
so.
tournament.
I don't think so.
But they play at big level.
Cool, no. But the thing is that it's easier. It's easy to say that, but now you're asking them. The country's on their backs. Like,
Yeah.
for example, now you got these. You're talking about Champions Leagues and that. That's just their club. If Man City, when Man City were in the final, you didn't care what the Englishmen were doing in that final.
What do you
Do you
mean?
get it? You didn't care how Kyle Walker performed, Stones
Now,
performed.
I just feel like there's enough
You didn't care
experience
about
back
that
in the
stuff.
team
to-
Whereas
to
for
be-
England, that's everyone.
Yeah, I hear
Everyone cares
I
about
hear
what
the
they're doing.
selection, but I feel like there's enough man. In terms of experience, I feel like now is the time these men start winning things because the young players in England have done enough in football to now be the main, like to be experienced guys to be like, yo,
I
if
don't
they've
think
been in the
so.
squad, they've been to the Euro
I don't
final.
think so.
Look at the
I don't
biggest
think
Literally
so.
played in the Euro
They've been in
final
the Euro
without
final
Henderson in the squad.
twice.
And what happened to them? And what happened to them?
We said Henderson in the squad is the difference between us winning and losing.
I'm not seeing that.
So, but then
I'm not
what?
seeing
Then
that. Yo,
what?
wait, hold on. What's all of this for? I'm not saying that. He said it.
I'm not saying it, but there's a reason why guys like Adam Wharton and that did not play. Playing for Crystal Palace under the lights is completely different to playing for England in a Euro final.
Shout out UTO, innit?
That's why there's a reason why guys like Henderson, even John Stones, there's an argument. John Stones and Harry Maguire, There's a reason why these two play for England more than we say guys like Colwell, guys like them men are better. You say Colwell and these men are better than Maguire.
No, I would never say that. I would never say that.
Okay, cool. At what point do you now move on to move on from that and go to the
until you see these lot winning for their clubs consistently or playing at the highest level consistently.
So why did Spain decide to bring in
English clubs?
That's what I'm saying. So that's why you got guys
that's the thing though. That's why in Germany they make sure, even though it looks like Bayern Munich always win the league, they always make sure the best German players are playing for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, or for the biggest clubs.
All the best Spanish players are playing for Barcelona, Real Madrid.
We're picking guys here. No disrespect to Bournemouth and West Ham and these man, but these guys not used to winning stuff, bro. Forget about Oscar, man.
They can't ask a man a country, bro. Usually you don't see players, but you know the old England squad.
Yeah,
all of them consisted of players from Chelsea, United, Arsenal. Bro, now we've got players that are near the bottom of the league, but they're getting into our squad.
Ramsdale, who's bottom of the league, and that he's getting into our squad. He's in the England squad,
no,
bro.
But he's not there's a place for them man there because they're not affecting the squad at all. They're not playing.
Relegation. He's our main goalkeeper.
That's part of the problem. But you will talk about him. The reason he won't get dropped in that because he's a leader.
Yeah, he's an experienced guy as well.
He's been there for 7, 8, 9 plus years. So he's a leader. So in that sense, that's why he's picked. And it's the same with Henderson.
I feel like sometimes I hear both angles, but I feel like sometimes England, they hold on to that man for too long, and then at what point do you just move on from these guys, bro, and just say there's better talent?
It's hard
bro, Spain actually brought in your mouth, said, bro, let's throw them in there. Nico Williams, let's throw them in there.
We wouldn't have played him out. We would not have played him out.
Yeah, but England have played him out.
No, we would not have played him out. And look at us, we would have suffered. You see, because we're not ambitious enough.
Yamal came off the back of his own form for Barcelona, though.
Even doing that, we still wouldn't have played him.
That's what I'm trying to say. No, I hear that. Yeah, but no, tell a lie. Jude was batting up for Dortmund at 18 and
he forced his way to England. Even Kobe Manu.
Jude probably should have played in Euros in 21, but he didn't because again it was too early. Same Yamal, too early. Jude,
Calvin Phillips.
But Jude easily could have played then.
No, not over Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice.
Why not?
Did you see that midfield pairing?
Because it's the same way. It's the same way we'll be like, oh, Yamal couldn't play over Saka right now.
Thomas Tuchel's
You're the one saying that.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. What England would do.
But moving on from the actual squad, how do you about the appointment? Do you think he will take England to?
Some people don't rate it.
I think he will because he knows how to win.
He gave us the best chance.
He knows how to win. He knows how to win. It's different. It's different when you appoint someone who's like done a good job in that with the under 21s or with someone. But it's different when you appoint someone who knows how to win, who is literally a winner. He's a serial winner. He's won everywhere he's gone. He's a serial winner.
What about like the other nations? The other nations have got some good players now. So obviously Portugal, they come through with the Vitinha and João Neves and Bruno in front of him.
I think where there's a philosophy in a lot of countries, when you play for academies, like for example, the best French players, they come from Clairefontaine.
Yeah.
They come from a footballing school.
Yeah.
Do you get it? I feel like in England,
there is no footballing school.
There's no footballing. When you play for a certain club, you play a certain way. For example, Phil Foden's footballing education is not going to be the same as Eze's footballing education.
Is Clairefontaine a footballing school?
Yeah,
it's an academy. That's where the elite French talent school. That's where I think Saliba went Clairefontaine.
All of
Thierry
them.
Henry went Clairefontaine.
And Elka, all of them.
Yeah, all of them. But all the best French talents go Clairefontaine, bro. But we don't have that.
I just think that the competition is hard now, right now. Still, England have to actually be very good to.
I just think
they don't have to be amazing.
No, I just think now
we got to win, bro.
We've got a manager who's got an identity. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
He's got an identity. He has an actual way of playing. So he will pick players based on. That's why we'll see certain players that he'll pick, and we're probably thinking, I don't know about him. But it's because he fits the way he wants to play.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what Southgate was just trying to cater to the fans' opinion.
Yeah.
One game Southgate does 4-2-3-1. We don't create enough, so now he changed to a 4-3-3.
But Southgate couldn't win though.
Changed to a 4-3-3.
One day you put Foden in there 10 because people asked for it. One day you put
then we can't create. Then we conceding too many goals, so then he'll change to a 3-5-2.
So it's like, which one is it? He did what we wanted, and then it was dead. So then he went back to what he knew, and we still complained. So it's like Southgate couldn't win.
As a manager, you have to do what you want to do, and then, bro, you can't be based. Obviously, maybe 2-2 fans will probably listen to fans' opinion, but bro, you have to do what you do, type of thing. You know what I'm trying to say. But moving on from international, Champions League, obviously. Liverpool got knocked out.
Let them know, baby. Let them know. Let them know.
PSG are a good side, man.
Very
the
good
same
side.
PSG. Hey, did we not go watch PSG versus Arsenal?
Slap them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but it's a very different PSG they play.
It was the same players. I'll be honest.
It's a very different PSG. It's a very different PSG. But
they clicked in it. They clicked now. Though.
What I will say is first 25 minutes we battered them and we should have scored 2 goals. But that's football. When you don't take your chances, you get punished. First leg, they should have battered us as well. They didn't take their chances and we scored. But it's the same thing. Like, we battered them first 25 minutes, but when you don't score like that, they get momentum. But now you're seeing the deficiencies in our team. Now you're seeing where we lack. And where we lack is we don't have enough technical footballers on the pitch.
You lost the midfield.
And that's the problem. That's part of the problem. It's all fun and game. The Premier League is not it's technical, but it's not to that same level.
But do you feel like you had a lot of technical players when under Klopp though?
No, we didn't.
No.
But
So
we had a lot of right now the squad is a mix of a lot of athletes and a few technicians. It's a mix of both. Under Klopp, it was just we had pure athletes. We literally had athletes.
I feel like you have athletes now. Salah,
yeah, but
actually, the Roberts kind of lost his legs.
Roberts lost his legs.
Mac 10 a bit.
Mac 10 is technical, very technical footballer. You know, Gravenberch is a bit of both.
Balance, yeah.
It's a bit of both.
Yeah.
But you know, like we're moving towards that technical side.
Let them know, baby. Let them know.
Because now it's not
Liverpool
our build up's
lost.
not as quick as it used to be. But what I will say is that yeah, bro, Salah, he was a bit stinky still.
Yeah, let's talk about that though.
Yeah, let's talk
Because
about
a lot of guys, bro, I rate Salah in it, but bro, when people don't turn up in big matches, let alone two big matches, you have to be spoken about. I can't lie.
It's not good enough.
And that too might have even done his dance in the run
I think it has.
for the
Bro.
Ballon
I'll be
d'Or.
honest. I think it has.
Brandz, what do you think?
Bro, if you keep it, they will talk about this. They will talk about it. They will say Liverpool lost to PSG, and they'll say, "How did Salah play?" They will say, "How did Salah play?" Everyone knows if you want to win the Ballon d'Or, you gotta win the Champions League.
I don't like what the Ballon d'Or's become then, because it's not all about like whoever wins the Champions League.
Salah's having an all-time season,
It's
you know.
because it's a combination of things, bro.
I think it's not enough though, because then you can say Kane's having an all-time
So
season.
if Barcelona were to lose now to
There's no
Borussia Dortmund,
all-time season from Kane, because there's nothing Kane's doing now that he wasn't doing before.
Now, but I'm
This is
saying
heights
that
that Salah's
if we're just
never
doing
reached before.
league form machine for machine, then you have to talk about guys like Kane. Then
No,
why
because
not?
this is nothing Kane hasn't done
Why is it
before.
not the same? Yeah, that's fine. Have you seen how many goals Kane scored
Kane
in the
last
league,
season.
fam?
Kane last season.
And
If
he's
Bayern
playing
won the
better last year
champs,
than now, no? Was he not playing better last
he
season
brought
than
the
now?
record for the most goals in the
so if
debut season,
Barcelona-
bro.
So if Barcelona were to lose to
36
Borussia Dortmund now in the quarterfinal, can Rafinha win the Ballon d'Or?
as well?
I don't think Rafinha should win the Ballon d'Or.
I don't think
I think
Rafinha
they're
should win
starting to
the
drag the
Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or.
Do you get it?
fam.
That's why Ballon d'Or's
man,
not
know
becoming
Rafinha
about the
is not
best player.
in the world.
Do you get it?
Like,
That's
they
why
know that,
it's now
bro.
becoming who wins
Yeah,
rather
it's
than
true.
who's the best player in the world.
If Rafinha
Which is
wins,
not-
but
that's
it's
not-
still part of it.
But let me
though.
still part of it. So that's what I'm
No.
asking. So let me ask you. So if Barcelona are going to play Borussia Dortmund in the quarterfinal,
Champions League
so
and in the
if Borussia Dortmund beat them
mad,
over the two legs and they go out, should Rafinha or Yamal win the Ballon d'Or? None of them should then. So if Real Madrid win the Champions League now, you mean to tell me Mbappe or
one of the
Vinny?
first people you look at.
So be Mbappe and Vinny.
It'll be Mbappe.
Even though
Yes.
those two
Mbappe.
haven't had half the season Salah's had.
Man said half the seasons. This guy's about to. You was talking about. Someone was talking about breaking records.
Mbappe
He's
is a
about to break the
viable
record for
candidate.
most goals in a
Mbappe is
season.
a viable
Mbappe's been good since January. His first half of the season was very underwhelming.
Yeah, but you're still
It's been
scoring.
but it's been very
He's got 20
underwhelming.
goals in the league.
Okay, but it's still been
He's
very
got 13
underwhelming.
competitions, bro.
Very like.
He's on that 20.
He's on football. Rafinha, bro. Rafinha's not on many
He's not
goals,
up to
but he's
20
got
in
as
the
many
league.
goals
He's
as
like
what
17.
Salah does,
Because
bro.
this is the difference. We watched
Rafinha's got
Atletico.
11 goals, 5 assists. No, that's in the
That's
Champions
champs,
League.
yeah.
Because
He's
we-
got
And that's
13
even a record
assists
in
the
itself. That's even a record in itself, bro. No Brazilian player
Rafinha's
has
been
more
playing
goals
very
in
good,
this
but
ever in a
can you
Champions
sit
League
down and
Champions
say
League
that
campaign.
he's the best player in the
You
world?
man a record in itself.
You man
No,
pick
you
and
can't.
choose with the stats thing. That's what I don't like. When Rafinha's stats in Champions League are praised, you will like, oh, look at his stats. That's why he
He's
should win
got
Ballon d'Or. But Salah's
Salah's
stats in the
got
Prem,
two
he's going to
non-penalty
get
goals in
50
Champions League
GA in
this
a
year.
season, which has
Two
never been done before. And man will say that he should win Ballon
So
d'Or.
David, do you think Salah? So you don't think?
There's no individual this season that's had a better season than Mohamed Salah.
That's the truth.
So if you now say, oh, if Real Madrid win it, they should give it to Vinny, or if Barca win it, give it to Rafinha. They haven't had better seasons than Salah.
Yeah, but you
so
don't
you're just saying whoever wins the award
Yeah, but once
should
someone
get it.
goes brazy from now on, like it's actually
Then fair enough. Then fair enough. But as presently constructed, Salah is currently the Ballon d'Or winner, unless someone else has a brazy one.
Yeah, so unless someone goes brazy from quarters to the final,
Then Salah's the Ballon d'Or winner.
I agree.
Because I'll be honest, bro. We
That's
watched
fair.
Mbappe and Vinny against Atletico, who they should have gone out to over both legs. Those two did nothing, but they won on penalties.
Vinny
They
was
did nothing.
Wait. Mbappe basically.
The first leg, he did nothing.
But
First leg, he did nothing.
moment of quality, he won the penalty.
Yeah, but they missed.
Mbappe was fine.
Other than that,
Mbappe is fine.
other than that moment of quality he had,
That's what.
But that's literally
Mbappe was fine.
it's not what Salah does.
That's what Salah
It's
lives
not what
off.
Salah
That's
does.
what Salah lives off.
In the Champions League, let's be real. In the Champions League,
The standard,
that's
what I'm trying to say is,
It's
the
moments.
standard they hold Salah to, they do not hold other players in the world to that standard.
Bro,
They don't hold them to that
because he's
standard.
not on their
They just want
level.
all they want from Salah is to actually just perform in the Champions League. That's
But when
it.
he performs, but listen, when he doesn't perform, the onus on his teammates to help him, which they don't do. They do not do. Harvey Elliott stepped up in the first leg.
God.
Harvey Elliott and Alisson, them man stepped up in the first leg, I agree. But the second leg at Anfield and that, it can't just be on Salah to have a good game all
Do you know
the
why?
time.
Do you know why he's lying? Do you know why he's lying? Do you know why he's lying, bro?
Why am I
Because
lying?
How can Salah leave the group stage with 2 non-penalty goals, but they topped the thing? How they topped it? So what were they doing?
Now, but hear this though.
So what are they doing?
Every single big player in the world is held to that standard though. When Odegaard
Man
gets
said
bro,
Odegaard.
man, just say
Man
what?
put Salah and Odegaard in the same
Bro,
bracket.
no, I'm saying every team.
Let me slap your head, man.
Bro, if you look at every team, Odegaard's one of our best players, When he don't play well, when Arsenal are whack, every single player is whack. But when he don't play well, who do they go for? They go for Odegaard.
Yeah,
they go for Saka. They go for the best players. Man United, they go straight for Bruno.
No, what I'm trying to say is, you see Real Madrid, like, bro, Vinny and Mbappe, over these 2 legs, they both were subpar at best.
I think Mbappe's done what he needed to do,
fine.
innit?
Vinny is the real criminal.
Yeah,
he didn't do anything helpful.
Jude played good.
Jude was good.
Brahim Diaz,
Yeah, he was
Jude was good,
one of the
bro.
better players in the both legs.
Again,
Brahim Diaz and other guys on the team over the 2 legs stepped up and helped them
yeah.
through it.
mm-hmm.
If Real Madrid had lost on penalties, we would not be hearing Mbappe in this discussion of Ballon d'Or.
Forget
We
it.
wouldn't be
Of
hearing
course,
him.
but guess what?
So
Guess
this
what?
is- so
No. But he said
That's
if. But he said
football,
if.
man.
But they went through.
But this is why it's
Even in Real Madrid,
start.
even sometimes in Real Madrid's run, Ronaldo will carry them, and then in the final, there's his legends.
Ronaldo
We can
always
name
rises,
countless of finals where Ronaldo didn't do nothing. But his teammates helped him through it. Ronaldo scored when they beat Atletico 4-1. He scored a penalty and took his shirt off as if he did something. It was 3-1. He scored in the 120th minute of extra time, bro. So, but he won Ballon d'Or, right? But they don't say nothing. They don't say
So
nothing.
shit still.
Unfortunately, that's the truth, bro. So if Rafinha crashes out now against Dortmund, him and Yamal, if they crash in the quarterfinals against Dortmund, I don't want to hear those 2 talking about Ballon d'Or then.
True.
Of course, but the thing
Because
is,
it's as
they're still
good as-
there. But they're still there.
But it's as good as going out in the round of 16.
They're still there.
First.
Bear in mind, we played the same amount of games this year.
I agree with what David said.
on.
Unless someone steps up and does a magic from quarters to final, Salah's still in the
Ballon
thing. But someone has to actually step up though, and I feel like that's enough to win the Ballon d'Or. If you step up from now, quarter because everyone
if
actually has a
PSG
good season.
If PSG Champions League, if they don't have a league campaign,
I know, but everyone there has done somewhat good enough in their league campaign.
Yeah.
Everyone-
Salah's having
all
the
of
best
them-
individual league
Out of all
campaign
in the
of all of
beginning of the
them.
season, bear in mind, Rafinha's got the same numbers.
No, he
Rafinha
doesn't.
basically
Salah doesn't have
does.
he doesn't have the same
Salah's
league
taken about
numbers.
30 penalties this year as well.
Right.
Penalties.
Yeah, now we'll get to that.
No, bro, and also we're talking about the same man who's actually scored 15 penalties this year as well. Salah's taken about 15
If you look
If you look at all the
Those are
Ballon d'Or
goals.
candidates this season and their numbers in the league, Salah has by
Yeah,
far
no,
the
definitely.
best.
But I'm
by
saying
far the
no,
best.
definitely. But I'm saying all the candidates
my
have had
phone's
good
over
enough
there, bro.
seasons. But to
Mad.
add a knockout stage,
Yeah.
Mazin
No,
into
this
that,
one, not this one. I
he
did
should
my
be
blue
put
So
in
if
the
they
ranking.
all, if the season was to end today, and all of them, well,
No, this
Nah,
is
Salah.
Salah, of course, it
Salah,
would be.
yeah.
So if none of so let's put it this way: if
Why is there
PSG,
bare ifs in that when we're talking about Salah and we're talking about this?
well,
person,
no,
talking
because I'm just
about
asking.
that.
So
Ifs,
if
ifs.
Why are we
PSG,
talking about ifs?
so
Where
if
everything is
PSG
in
win
our
a Ballon
base?
d'Or, so if PSG should have won about Ousmane Dembele win Ballon d'Or, then
But if he has a good season, he has a good enough season, then he can.
He hasn't had a better season than Salah. That's the point.
No, but hear this though.
he's
hear
having
this.
a good
Hear this,
half
hear
a
this.
season.
So
He's having half a season, not a
Dembele-
full season, half
So
a
if Dembele
season.
matches
but
one
Salah
from
fell off
quarterfinals
though.
to
I'll be
final,
honest, Salah fell
There's
off.
no way you
Salah
can say
fell
Salah fell off.
Salah
Salah
fell
fell off. The majority
He
of the
hasn't
goals
had,
just
he
came in
hasn't
the
had a
first half,
better
though.
season than
No
Salah.
But, he has
way.
but then he would have had
There's
a praise.
No.
It's true.
No,
though.
because again, because you're going off January till now. Before
Nah, but
January, there
That's
was
why,
no
you know, I
such
said this
thing.
at the start of the season, bro. No one cares about what happens at the big, bro.
No, but
It's all about
then
the end,
that's what I'm saying. The
And that's
reward
what I'm
now
saying.
is
Ifs and that
becoming
don't matter because
disingenuous,
we're talking
bro.
about now, and they're getting judged at the end of the year. Bear in mind, the Ballon d'Or is from January to December now.
No, it's not.
You know,
It's
yes, it is.
season.
It's not
It was
season,
January
man.
to December
Oh, it used to
before.
be.
It's season
Okay,
now. So
okay.
it's for the entirety of the season. So you now say because of Ousmane Dembele
So
turns up in 5
let me ask
games,
a question.
you say Ballon d'Or.
I didn't mention Ousmane Dembele. He asked Ousmane Dembele, and I just answered it however he wanted me to answer it.
So what,
you
the
see
start of
Ballon
next
d'Or,
season
yeah?
don't count for this Ballon d'Or?
No.
So the Ballon d'Or is for the
So
season we're in right
voted
now.
in December then. Oh, that's dead. Actually, that's I don't know.
But thank God they've changed it and made it like that. It's the season now because people have short-term memory. Because people will look at Dembele's 2025 and think he's having a better season than Mo Salah when he's not.
Can I tell you something? You know, last year, the one when everyone said Vinny should have won, he got robbed, yeah? I swear to you, Vinny turned up from Jan.
Like, he did. And there was no way he should have won it. If he won it, it would have been the biggest injustice in football in the modern era, bro.
He did, but they realised the Champions League is not... He had half a good season with the Champions League, but that's not good enough against someone who's had a very good whole season.
Yes.
That's not good enough.
Tell them.
So that's what I'm saying to you, like...
That's the biggest stage of the season.
If Mbappe wins the Champions League, yeah, if he wins Ballon d'Or, it's going to feel so disingenuous.
Why though?
Because I think it's like Dembele when they've had a brazy 2025.
But let's talk about Villa though. We can't brush the English team. Villa, bro. Villa are going to a flipping quarter-final of the Champions League. Bro, they're going to win the championship.
Giving these men credit. Talking about Villas, the reason why guys like Morgan Rogers are even in the England squad right now, bro. Right? Like, it's Aston Villa, bro. It's just Aston Villa, bro. Like,
it's just Aston Villa. Why are you hating? Why are you hating?
And then what happens when they go out now? What happens when they go out?
They could win. Aston Villa, Emery's a good manager, you know. Emery's made for this.
When has being a good manager ever meant like the be all?
I'm confused. Wait. So because they're not going to win it, we can't credit Villa. Like, what's going
on? Bro, they're going to get knocked out same way as them, bro. They're going to get knocked out same way as them.
I feel like PSG will find it tougher to play against Villa than they will against Liverpool.
So you think bear in mind, you're the better team. You guys are the better team. If you man play tomorrow, you spank their asses 5-1, 6-1, 7-0.
Because what these bigger teams do, they look at these Villa teams. PSG on paper will look at Villa and like, we should smoke them. And Villa will make it difficult. I'm telling you.
No, but I don't think that though, because on paper, you man are better than them, and they smoked you.
Nah,
that's not football.
But
that's what I'm trying
to say. Because it's against Liverpool, and supposedly the best team in the world, they are going to do everything in their power.
Liverpool in the best team in the world?
Well, you this season you would talk about Liverpool being one of the best teams in Europe.
Yes, why is Brandz raising his eyebrows?
This guy's capping like we haven't lost one game in the Premier League all season.
But what, you already know my take on the Premier League.
The Champions League group phase.
What's your take on the Prem?
Okay, but what about the Champions League group phase? When they said we would go to AC Milan and we lose, we absolutely packed them in. We played Real Madrid at Anfield and absolutely packed them in.
And then you want to go play PSG, the same team that they went and smacked, and you lost to them.
Okay, that's fine, bro.
That's football, though.
That's football.
But what's your take on the Prem?
The Premier League's not good.
No, at the time, Liverpool were probably the best team in world football at the time.
Obviously, but that was at the beginning. That was the first half of the as we spoke about, the first half of the year that no one cares about.
But that goes to my point. When you play against the best team in the world and that, or the better teams in the world, bro, you are going to turn up, bro.
So why didn't Real Madrid turn up against you?
Look how difficult Atletico made it for Real Madrid against them. You think if that was PSV playing against Real Madrid, it's not going to be that easy?
I mean, they drew to them the other day.
Yeah, because they had rotated everybody. The game was done after the first leg. That's why.
Brandz is on man games today, still.
Aston Villa PSG. Do you think Aston Villa?
They've got a chance, bro.
What chance do they have, though?
So you're saying they're smoking them?
Yes.
No.
Why? What?
A free-goal margin?
No,
bro, look at the defense that PSG came up against. That's Liverpool defense is miles better than the Aston Villa one, bro. Why on earth would those three struggle more against the weaker defense? Why would those three struggle more against
Liverpool? You know the threat that
midfield?
Aston Villa have that Liverpool didn't show as much, which I thought they should have done more. That transitional threat would kill PSG. Bro.
That transitional threat,
and the physical dominance in the midfield.
The physical dominance in midfield.
Rogers, Onana.
What I'm talking about is that Aston Villa are not going to be as expansive as Liverpool. So PSG are going to have to try harder to create because Emery is going to sit in. They're going to sit. It's not going to be. It's not going to be.
Liverpool side.
That might do them dirty though. That might do them dirty.
It won't do them dirty.
Transition
because you see teams like PSG
as good.
Listen, Emery is a. This is one of the reasons why he's a top manager because he plays the opposition not because of it, not to his tactics. If PSV decided to go, PSV don't have the same toe-to-toe strength as Arsenal. So if they had sat in and played on the counter, they would have stood a better chance of winning. The smaller teams think that Aston Villa. Emery's going to look and say, we don't have the same firepower as PSG. So we're going to sit in and hit them on the counter. We're going to frustrate it, make it harder for them to break us down.
Hold on. You don't have the same firepower as them.
Villa don't have the same power as PSG.
You expect them to go and score.
Yes, I do, because they'll hit them on the counter.
Your best attacker in the world, Ballon d'Or candidate, didn't get to sniff against Nuno Mendes. What do you think Leon Bailey's going to do against Nuno Mendes?
Doesn't work like that, man.
It doesn't work like that.
Of course it does.
Because they have more... Liverpool, at the time, Liverpool's only threat in that attack was Mo Salah. Villa will attack you from Rashford on one side. Asensio will come and attack you from the middle. Watkins can attack you from either side.
Let's move on from Villa.
He's going to mash well.
A big one. Arsenal versus Real Madrid. David, I know you have a lot to say
You know
about
my
that.
opinion,
What Arsenal got something for Real Madrid.
optimism.
Do Arsenal have something for Real Madrid?
With Mikel Marino up front, flipping
Like,
heck.
it's just again this optimism that's coming from Arsenal fans. I get it. There's fans and people want to believe. There's no chance Arsenal go through against Real Madrid. This is 100%,
Collect that.
100% done
Collect that.
from now, bro.
Make your
As
move,
personally
fam.
constructed, obviously you beat Chelsea today,
Ah,
but
cool.
before that
Let me-
you took 2 points out of your last 3 games. Going forward, you have nothing to offer
Okay,
on
let
a
me ask you a
consistent
better
basis.
question then.
Talk to me, bro.
How should Arsenal approach that game then?
Got to sit in
To
and
stand,
counter.
to stand the
You have
best
to
chance
sit
away.
in, and
have to sit in
honestly,
and counter.
it's set pieces, bro.
Why are we doing the sitting and counter thing?
It's
It
not
don't
even
make
counter.
sense.
They can't even counter with quality.
Yeah,
It's
they
only
can't
Nelly.
even counter.
Nelly's the only
Counter.
countering option.
You just
so
got-
quite
yeah.
frankly, you have to sit in and hope for
I
set piece,
think
bro.
because you're at home first, it's just very important you don't lose.
Why don't we take it to them though at home? Because you have to win.
Take
Yeah,
it to
but
You
them.
have to win or not win.
Yeah, but
at
you'll
home,
end up.
in my
Yeah,
opinion.
but then you'll end up like PSV.
You
end up getting smoked.
You
You don't have
end
the
up
same strength
exposing
to
yourself.
toe.
Because their defense ain't great.
It's better than yours.
Their
Well,
defense
actually,
ain't great.
It's not better than it. No,
it's
the
not
defense
better
is
than
not
yours,
better.
but they got
Our
good
defense is
players
Their
though.
defense is better.
Their defense is better than your attack. That's the point. So
Their
quite frankly,
defense.
yeah, their defense
Your
is better
attack
than
is not
your
going to cause
attack.
them your attack is not going to cause their defense
Our
problems.
defense is better than their attack.
Bro.
Our
Yeah,
defense
we know
is
that's
good,
not
though.
true. It's
Their
one
defense is
of the
good,
best
yeah.
defenses in the
No,
world.
we can actually hold them out.
Mbappe and Vinny.
It's up to our attackers
Again,
to finish.
Denzel, I'm not being funny. I watched you lot against Bayern Munich, one of the worst Bayern sides we've seen in the last decade, and you couldn't live with them. So let alone you're now going to live with Mbappe and
Timber
Vinny.
there. It was Ben White.
Timber.
Who was
Is
left
Timber
back?
the difference?
Who was left back? Who was left back that game? I saw
I
Zinchenko.
think it was Kyrgios.
Exactly. What are you talking about?
So what?
bro?
Skelly's the difference. Skelly and Timber's the difference.
Skelly's
Against Mbappe and Vinny.
Skelly and Calafiori are both better than Kyrgios.
I know they're better than him, but they're not the
So
difference.
now you're
That's
telling
the-
us you're banking on
that's the question.
not Calafiori. You're
That is
banking
actually a good question, you
Skelly
know.
to look after Rodrigo.
That is the question. Will Arteta be brave enough to play Lewis Skelly at left back?
Skelly's not playing.
Will he be brave enough to
Skelly's
do
not
it?
But do you know what's crazy
think
though?
he should,
Defensively,
bro. It's a risk.
Skelly's not
Are you
playing.
better than
I think
Calafiori?
against
though?
Rodrigo is
Skelly's not playing.
You have to do, man.
If you are wise.
When do you stop putting these men in though?
Not now.
Why?
But
When
you're saying
then?
not now. You're
Not
saying
now.
not now. But then people will turn around and say we ain't got the experience for the England squad. Give these guys the opportunity to play against the best in the world. That's how they get better. You can't have them
How
go
do you-
against Tyler
how does
Dibble
Yamal
every
not
week.
What if they're not ready?
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
That's
when
how
was
you
Yamal
make
ready?
them.
How do you know when
Skelly is
Yamal-
not Yamal. We know is Skelly Yamal.
No, but that's what we're talking
You have to
about.
play them to
But that's what I'm saying. They had
to
to
play
play.
them.
They had to play Yamal.
He's not
They had to
Yamal.
trust him. Yamal was
Exactly.
15.
Yeah, and
Nah, but some
Yamal was
man-
good
but
enough
some
at
man-
15.
Yeah, but
Skelly's
some
not
man-
good
They
enough
would
at
have known
18.
that. They would have known that though.
He's not ready for Rodrigo. Are we being serious,
So
man?
who's he
then?
ready for though? Then?
Would you rather play Calafiori or Skelly against
They
Rodrigo?
both have their
They're both good.
Be honest. Be
both
honest.
have-
I saw
An
Calafiori.
experience- an
Calafiori couldn't handle
experience-
they
Savinho.
both have their issues though.
So I mean,
Arteta might even go left field and just buck Zinchenko there, you know.
No,
Nah,
I think he might
Go
even
left
do.
fielder, just
He-
go-
But this
It's
will
gonna
be
be
a
scary,
wet
bro.
movement. That's what I don't like. I don't like the safety.
Yeah, he might
thing.
play Timber
He might
left
play
back
Timber
and
left
Ben
back
White
and
right
Ben
back.
That's safety though, man.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't want to lose.
that,
He don't want to lose. Don't want
That's
to lose.
dead, bro. Let's play, man. It's Real Madrid.
How
That's
do you play?
weak mentality.
because
That's-
like-
you're better off playing Timber and
And
Calafiori.
the Lewis Skelly thing
Calafiori is
that could ruin his confidence big time.
Yeah.
But it's a good experience, man.
Yeah, but it's
not
like it's not like
good
PSV, bro.
experience.
You see the first leg against
Even if he
PSV.
loses, it's not that like
You see the
I'm
first
happy
leg?
that he's done it then.
Now
No,
it's like
What? That's terrible man management, bro. Even if we lose, I'm happy with. I exposed him and I threw him in the deep end. That is terrible man management, bro.
You're gonna hide the young players from the possible
From the crashing,
traumatic-
yes, I am.
So
bro.
how are
That's
they gonna learn?
managing.
How are they gonna learn? How are they gonna learn?
So
Because
you
when
want-
he's 26 years old now and he gets his first crashing and he can't and he can never play again, what are you gonna do? Oh, he was so good when he was 20 years old. He had never played anyone good. Do you think he's gonna? How do you think he's gonna get good if he's coming up against Tyler
He's gonna
Dibble?
have, man, that's
Against
a buzz
Jacob
to tie.
Philogene Mordaunt or whatever his name is. No, Omari Hutchinson.
You know what? Play Skelly against Rodrigo.
Play Skelly.
Play Skelly, bro. No, play Skelly. Because when
Play
same way
Skelly.
Skelly when he was first breaking through in October. Now
this
you had
guy's
Liverpool
always-
at home. You bench Skelly. Skelly came on, Salah scored.
That was early Skelly. days,
Exactly. That's
though.
what he's not ready. Why are you
Skelly
forcing
days.
it?
Guys said
He's not ready,
He was starting
bro.
them times, though.
He came on that game and Salah scored.
He's a way more experienced player than now. than then.
Yes, but he's still not ready for Rodrigo, Mbappe, and Vinny. He's not ready for it. Do not do that to him,
what I
bro.
He
don't
was
want
ready
to
for
happen.
Sancho today.
Sancho.
Man said Sancho or
Sancho.
troops.
He was ready for Sancho
Sancho.
today.
I just think that if he gets booked because it's
You're
like,
ready for my moosh?
if he gets booked
That's
in the
another
first
thing.
10,
Yellow
15
cards,
minutes,
maturity.
Yeah.
Arteta's gonna have to take him off.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be like wait until half time. He'll have to take him off there and then.
That's a game plan, you know?
And in front of,
That's a game plan. Get him in the book quickly.
You see,
game
because
done.
If he gets the yellow card, I think he misses the next leg anyway.
No,
so
but you see the PSV thing, like, bro, he should have got a red card, bro. Arteta dragged him after like 30 minutes, bro, because
West
if
Ham.
he kept him on, he would have got sent off. And
Bro.
that's and when you play against the big boys, they don't waste time. They'll target you, know. If he gets a book in the first 15 minutes, you don't think they'll tell Mbappe, yeah, go out wide there.
Go out wide
or
there.
Vinny, they'll say
1v1.
swap wings. And then they'll target
But
him.
man, acting like Calafiori's not in the same boat. Like,
No, he's not.
No, but Calafiori is just a bit more
Experience,
just a bit
bro.
more.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
What do you know
I
he's
think
not?
Calafiori-
Calafiori said that.
not.
Man said that. Calafiori missed a whole year of football. If anything, they
He is,
bro,
he is.
missed a whole
Okay, and he
year of
just went and
football.
played in the
No, but who's
Euros
better
and they signed.
Who do you think is better defensively out of the two? Then?
I'd rather play Calafiori against
Skelly's better
Rodrigo.
defensively, bro.
Why?
I just
Where's
think
that come
that
from?
I just think that Bam, because I know because I feel like Arteta sometimes will be a bit of a waste man. Like, bro, he will scapegoat Skelly, bro. If Skelly gets booked, I don't think he has enough trust on him to say, cool, you're on the booking now, yeah. I don't think he trusts him to say, listen, I'm gonna leave you on there.
But that's because based on what he's shown, though.
Yeah, but that's part of the problem. You can't risk. You're playing
He's
Real
not
Madrid. You
ready.
can't risk that.
He's just not ready, bro.
And especially in the position that Arteta's in, where he's not won anything, he's going to be looking at this Real Madrid time thinking, this is a massive game for me, you know.
So what I'm going to ask you, man, is what likes are cool back four? Who would you go for Arsenal? Jeremie, which back four do you think is the best way to hit to go back Real Madrid?
Bro, it'll probably be Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, and it'll probably be Calafiori.
Correct.
I said, what would you do though?
That's what I would
Correct.
Oh, you put Calafiori?
do. Yeah.
And you'll do the same?
Same
And
thing,
man, what
bro.
would you do?
Me personally, you really want to know what I'd do?
He'll say Ben White, you know, and then he'll put
Security.
Timber.
I'm doing Martinelli, Timber,
And
Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White, and whoever's playing right wing. Just do that.
I'm saying,
back six.
I know what I think he'll do either the Timber and Cala. I think he'll do Calafiori, or he's gonna do Timber and White in it. But White's
No,
just
but
White's not ready for Vinny
I don't know
either
why
way.
we're doing.
White's not played enough football in it.
Even so, fully fit White
What
against
I
Vinny,
would
forget
do-
it, bro.
What I would do, I'll put Skelly there, bro. Burn it.
I'm
bro.
putting
If he
Skelly,
plays
bro.
well there,
I'm putting
that's a
Skelly there.
game-changing moment, game-defining moment in his career, bro.
Denzel
Is.
play Skelly, bro.
It
It is a game-defining moment.
It is,
Denzel
but also if
plays
he doesn't
Skelly,
play
bro.
well, that is also a game-defining
That's
moment.
football, though. Highest reward. If Wilshere doesn't play against Barca,
No one knows
No, but
about
who was,
Wilshere.
who was there at the time? Who would have
there's
played
always
instead
that
of
one game a
Wilshere?
young G has
Look at
that
the
he...
midfield that
What
Barcelona
would you
had.
say Foden is like the defining game is when they're like, yo, this guy's arrived onto the scene. Is there a game like?
Is there a game?
me, it
Maybe
was
you could
lockdown.
you could say so you could either say when he won the league against Spurs. You could say, a
Nah,
brazen.
Park the Prance 2021.
Oh my God! Yeah, PSG 2021
Both legs.
lit up the place, bro.
Both legs.
I
So,
just
yeah.
think
Lit
Arteta's
up the
taking a
place, bro.
huge
Yeah,
gamble.
and
Even
attack,
Dortmund, we had Dortmund that run as well. They crashed it on Bellingham.
We're not saying for attack.
The attack that played today.
Three.
Today, yeah,
the
Marino,
attack that
Nelly,
played today.
Trossard, bro.
You're gonna go to Madrid or Marino.
Bro, that's why I say you lot have no
You're gonna
chance, bro.
have to. You're gonna. Who,
Hey, I know somebody.
He's not gonna
who
do
crashed.
the-
I know somebody who plays for Arsenal. He's crashed it on Madrid before.
Who?
Real bad man, I'm modeling a shot.
You see that suspended.
Oh.
He's not suspended. Because it's not culture clash. It's not culture clash.
That's not being
It's not,
said.
it's not recess land, yeah? Guys are slim, chai.
Now, I think, man, I'm not gonna agree.
That's me.
I'm saying,
Go
it
on, say
depends
it.
on what. Is this if Saka's back?
Saka will be back. He's
Even if
back.
Saka's back, would you start him?
No, you wouldn't.
Because he wouldn't have played. He would have played.
Yes, I would.
He would have played one game after or 2 games, bro, and then you'd start him straight away. It's like, what kind of man
But
management
you
is
don't
this?
think these men are flipping?
Denzel be starting
They
these
got the
guys.
best
This is why he
doctors,
gets sacked
the
on
best
FM.
They got the best doctors, the best physicians. You don't think they'll chat to Arteta to say if my man's ready, he's ready, innit?
Yeah, but match fitness is
Match fitness is-
fitness
you
is
get it.
Okay,
different.
cool. Don't
You
start
get that.
And
You,
match
that takes
sharpness is
weeks, bro.
different.
That takes
You'll get
weeks.
training. Start Ethan and them on the right.
Yeah.
bro,
Big. That's big.
Yeah, because
Trust
you have
in
no
the
other
false
options.
man.
So yeah, Ethan, I hear that.
Martinelli on the left.
That's big.
That's the best
Wait,
front
is
three.
Marino will play, bro?
Marino's whack, bro. I'm cool. I'm saying it now.
Marino's
Set
gonna play
piece,
though.
bro.
Marino's whack, bro.
Marino's
Set
gonna
piece,
play
set
though.
piece.
Nah, but he can't hold. He can't do nothing.
No,
Like,
set piece,
I
bro.
don't, bro. No.
After 6 months of defending him, guys, he's finally admitted Marino
He's
is
back
whack.
up front.
Fine, no, he's just whack in general.
He's not whack in general.
He's dead.
He actually hasn't played his position.
man.
He hasn't played his position. Wait. He hasn't. No, Jeremy, don't do that. He hasn't played his position for 5 consecutive games. How do you know if he's whack or not?
He turns slower than a bus, bro. He turns slower than a
That's what I wanna
bus. The
see.
182 that we're gonna catch to Brent Cross after this turns quicker than Marino. What are you talking about? Marino is done.
Brandz, you going
He's
for?
done.
What, in the attack?
Yeah.
Is Havertz going to be back? Or is he out for the rest of the season?
He's out for the rest of the
Havertz is
season.
done.
It's the three that played today. Can't lie.
But that's a big. I missed that, brother.
It's Marino.
It's going to be Marino,
Killer.
Trossard, and Martinelli. That will be the front three.
That's what he's going to go with.
I wouldn't mind chucking in Ethan only because like he might be better right wing than
He
Nelly.
don't mind. He should start. He's our best.
But now this will tell
Yeah.
me. This will tell me
Other than
about.
Saka, in my opinion.
This Real Madrid game will tell me a lot about certain players.
Say their name.
About what? Say the name.
Martin
Say their
Odegaard.
name.
Oh man,
Martin Odegaard,
what do you
innit?
mean Martin Odegaard?
I want to see what he does in
Without Saka and Havertz.
For me, I'm just saying that this is why it's a good thing they're playing Real Madrid and not Atletico, because that low block he would have been swallowed.
So why can't I say?
Spike from Tom and Jerry. That's how they would have been treating him. Spike from Tom
Why
and
can't I say
Jerry.
PSG was gonna tell me a lot about Salah?
It did.
Look at him.
No, because the difference is Salah's been mashing work. Salah's been mashing up for the whole season. Odegaard hasn't done that. Bruno Fernandes scored a hat-trick in midweek against Sociedad.
Shout out Bruno, man.
So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what Odegaard does. We're gonna see.
So
We're gonna see.
Odegaard's old team. Anyway, Champions League, who you going for? Actually, there's a bit of time, man. We've got probably one more episode before then, isn't it?
Yeah, therefore.
But let's talk about that. Who you going for? Arsenal or Madrid?
PSG.
Madrid, obviously.
Arsenal,
Madrid, obviously.
Obviously, Madrid.
He's saying.
You know, I'm actually
Brandz
want to
next,
say,
bro, Brandz
it's
next.
Real Madrid, but I actually
Just
want
put the
to
fries
say
in the bag,
no,
bro,
no,
man.
man. I gotta put
Clickbait,
the
man.
fries.
Just
in the
put the
bag, man.
dumpling in. Put the dumpling,
Yeah.
put the jerk chicken,
Put all of it
put
in
the
the bag,
ackee and
man.
saltfish, put everything in the
Bag,
bag.
Yeah, but-
we even come 10 minutes late. You know how them man are, fam. We saying PSG, Aston Villa.
PSG.
PSG, man.
PSG, but just I don't think it'll be easy still.
Who's on the other side? Inter or Barca?
Inter or
no,
Bayern.
Inter or Bayern.
Inter Bayern.
That's gonna be
Inter.
tough.
Bayern.
Inter.
I think Bayern might just have actually.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't
Inter.
trust their
No, wait,
defense.
man said company. Get that guy.
Inter, man.
Inter.
Now, in the
Inter.
Champions League group stage, in the knockouts, they've been a bit alright.
He
Inter,
struggled.
I
He
don't-
struggled.
I don't
against
trust
Celtic, you know.
Bayern's
He
defense.
struggled
Try
against
to
Celtic.
get through in it.
And you know they were losing. They
And Real
were winning
Madrid
up
struggled.
2-0 and they lost.
Actually, no, they didn't play
They
G-Man.
battered Leverkusen.
Yeah.
The so-called Xabi Alonso guy we talk about. No one
And
talks
he's
about
on
it now.
Barca or
Dortmund.
Dortmund.
Barca. Easy.
Dortmund.
Yes, Dortmund.
Next Jeremy, man.
He just wants
That's
them
clickbait,
out of the
bro.
conversation,
That's
innit? He
clickbait,
just wants them
man.
out of the
Dortmund.
conversation.
That's clickbait. He's hate watching
Dortmund.
Rafinha right now.
He's
That's
hate
clickbait,
watching,
bro.
man.
Is that for
Dortmund.
Salah? Is that for Salah?
That's
Yeah,
for
that's
Salah.
for
It's for
Salah, bro.
Salah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
for
he's
Salah,
hate
man.
watching still.
Saying that, and
Dortmund.
Arsenal are off to watch the Carabao Cup final. Hopefully, Newcastle get the dub. And that's another YouTube episode done. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And love.
Love.